And of course, we've got reviews. Early reviews have come in. We've been talking about them for the week, but we have more to share with you. Let's start first with this one. Boom. Alien Romulus first reviews. This is actually from Rotten Tomatoes. They put together a pretty decent set of these, and I thought we'd go through those real quick before we got in deeper into the story aspect of this. But critics say that Fede Alvarez's entry successfully taps into what made the first two so good, combining striking visuals and claustrophobic terror with gory action and a formidable lead performance from Kaylee Spaney, which is a theme I've been hearing about this, that she just kind of brings her inner Ripley in this film. So the two prequel films that were helmed by the original Ridley Scott, this is basically a sequel or a midquel is basically probably the best way to describe it. But the reviews are saying some amazing things, like Alien Romulus is the Alien film I've been waiting for, and that's from Katie Sanchez. Jake Coles from Slate Magazine says Romulus ends up as the franchise's strongest entry in 3 decades. That's quite a statement, meaning since the first 2 films, this is probably right in there. Jordan Hoffman from Entertainment Weekly, one of the best in the franchise in years. Owen Gleiberman from Variety says is also one of the best Alien sequels. It delivers a slimy creep out goods in a way that none of the last 3 Aliens films have. Well, that's a good foreshadow for me tonight. And there's never been a terrible Alien movie. No, the Alien versus Predator spinoffs don't count. Well, and maybe that's not quite right. But this is from Nick Schrager at the Daily Beast. He says, and that streak stays alive with Alien Romulus. Well, that's not exactly high praise, but there you go. But I think a lot of people are saying that it does improve on the prequels, and whether or not it's a return to form. Pretty much all of these people are saying yes. And it's weird that it's all the same people for the most part. Does it bring something fresh to the franchise? And this is where people were getting concerned. Is like how much this would deviate or feed into the message. While subtly plays the greatest hits, it's also brilliantly innovates, delivering smart, savvy thrills, and so on and so forth. So, have you guys read any of the early reviews?
I have.
Yeah, what did you think of them?
I didn't really see a bad one out there. From as far as the critics go. Now, since the movie's come out and they've had fan events and a lot more people have seen it, I have seen some people kind of be like, it was kind of meh,
Wow.
For the most part, about, I would say maybe 80% or more of the audience reviews that I'm seeing are all positive.
Wow.
And even the ones that are negative had good things to say about it.
Which is kind of something that's been missing in a lot of reviews, right? It's like, well, it just didn't feel it because of this, but all of this was cool. Like everybody says, all of the visual effects are amazing in this movie. Bo, you haven't heard anything yet, have you?
Yeah, no. A lot of people in chat are saying that Chris Gore didn't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the reviews that you went through just there, and the odd thing here or there I've seen and heard has been positive. I'm of the opinion that you just make up your own mind on everything, almost on everything, because both ways. So you can poison the well by hearing too much that something's crap, or something can certainly be overhyped. And then you're disappointed. You just make up your own mind about like almost everything, sort of from what foods you like to your political views. Just have your own mind. So with that said, even though it might seem a bit conceited, I don't really listen to reviews much. It's like I'll make up my own mind. So we'll just wait and see. I've got no immediate plans to see it. I think I will see it at the cinema, but I'm not going to like a really early screening or anything. So
I think that's clever, but let me say this, and I was waiting till you were finished answering to bring this up, and to say that I often agree, or there are times I often agree with Chris Gore, but occasionally I will disagree. We'll see how I feel a little bit later, but I want to show you this. This might surprise you. The BBC says this clever, gripping, and sometimes awe-inspiring chiller is the best Alien film in decades. I praise. That's coming from the BBC. you know,
yeah,
and they're kind of wholly owned by the Message. So,
yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. The BBC sort of certainly don't trust the BBC.
yeah,
They're completely posed, for want of a better
yeah,
expression. They, if they like something, be suspicious. But also, I do have to temper that slightly by saying that the BBC, because of course, being a Brit, I sort of have lived and breathed the BBC my entire life, and they do still. There is still a pocket at the BBC, it seems, which are sort of normal human beings. Every now and again, every 5 years, every 10 years, they'll create something that's actually very, very good. One of the last things they did was a thing called Wolf Hall, a Tudor period drama based off a novel, and that was brilliant. And there's nothing woke about it, really. And so, yeah, they're largely captured and largely be suspicious of what they say. But every now and again, they're right on the money. So, again, we'll just have to wait and see, I think.
Yeah, it's funny because we have people in the chat that are like BBC, but I just thought it was odd. I mean, does that mean everything I've seen and heard is bad and that it really is a terrible film? Well, let's jump into this article from the New York Post, saying that Alien Romulus doing their review is the best sequel in years. So that gives you a fairly good balance of the two opinions across the pond from each other. And they both are diametrically opposed politically to each other. So that I don't know what you think about that, but the take. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I was going to say you said they're diametrically opposed. I mean, are they?
Post versus well, this isn't the Washington Post. This is the New York Post. Yeah. But yeah. No, I mean usually, but again, what I thought was funny is the first few paragraphs are like nothing can kill the aliens, not even 6 decent to awful movies. See, already they're like lining up with some of the ideas I have about the prequels, but that's a whole other conversation. And for the first time in years, I applaud the Xenomorph's deadly resilience in the face of Hollywood hackery. The acid-blooded menaces are back for the 9th time in a rip-roaring alien Romulus directed by Fede Alvarez, the most recent Evil Dead. Now, a lot of people didn't like Evil Dead. I thought it was fine, but I get it. And while watching them scurry about, tormenting a group of unsuspecting space travelers brings on a feeling of deja vu, it's the happy kind. Well, happy and horrifying. So I just wanted to read those and just get your opinions going into the film, since you both have claimed you're gonna see it. Mm-hmm. What do you expect, Nick? What do you think?
So like most other people, I've been pretty disappointed in the Alien and Predator franchises for quite some time. After Aliens and Alien 3 came out and I went and saw it, that was the first disappointment, and I've pretty much been disappointed ever since. Now, a lot of the other movies with aliens and AVP and all that, there were some scenes and some stuff in all of them, that I could cherry pick out that I liked. But overall, the movies just haven't been very good at all. Not anywhere near the first Alien or Aliens movie. But then when I heard about this, and then of course the TV show they're doing, I was just like, oh god, more crap, garbage alien films. Count me out. Then I saw the trailer. And the trailer had me sold on going and seeing it, which I was going to go see it anyways, honestly, because I was going to review it, and I am a huge fan of the franchise. But after seeing the trailer, I was like, wow, this actually, and hearing more about it, I was like, hey, this is actually something that could maybe get the franchise back on track. So I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to get I got to drive about 30 minutes one way to get one popcorn bucket, and then I'll be going to the other theater to get the other different popcorn bucket. All these different theaters selling different popcorn buckets. I already got the Xenomorph head one, but then they got a little I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's like a clear tank capsule with a face hugger on the outside that lights up. I'm going to get that one. And then the theater that I'm going to actually see the movie at has the bucket with the huge face hugger on the side of it. So That's pretty badass. Can't wait to get that. But yeah, I got high hopes for the movie. We'll see. I hope I'm not disappointed once again, but we'll be talking about it on EBN Cast tomorrow with Robert Meyer Burnett and our panel. And hopefully I got good things to say about it.
I hope you do too. Bo, do you have expectations of this film now?
Yeah, my expectations are reasonable from what I've seen, the trailers and everything. It looked all right. It certainly looked like it. My impression isn't that it's almost certainly going to be a dumpster fire. So we'll see. I'm interested in this popcorn bucket phenomenon. I've only been aware of it for the last few months. That's only permeated my consciousness in the last few months. I wonder where it'll end. A big foam hand people start taking to the cinema, or a giant Stetson made out of nachos with cheese in the top.
That would be brilliant. I would love that. Wait, that's a good idea. Yeah.
My main question about this is: did they cast AOC in it? It looked like one of the characters looked like it was AOC. Is this her film debut?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, they do kind of look similar for sure.
Yeah,
but no, I'm sort of looking forward to it. I don't want to get my hopes up too much because in the last 10 years or so, maybe half a dozen times I've done that, and all but once I was sort of just sorely disappointed with things. So I'll just keep a lid on it and keep my fingers crossed, I suppose.
Temper your expectations. That's sound practice. Now, I, on the other hand, am very much looking forward to this film. Everything I've seen and read, and some of the inside stuff that I've had access to, and some of the clips that I've seen, make me very excited to see this. Now, I could be disappointed, which means since I'm doing a car video review, I will share all of that. I will vent my spleen in the car. But, hopefully, it's good. So I'm curious what the audience has to say, and we've got a couple of member chats to get to. And again, folks, if you are interested in contributing to the stream, you have thoughts and expectations about Alien Romulus, let us know with a super chat through the YouTube.
So just to clarify, Culture, a car review is you reviewing it in your car immediately on the way home, not a review about cars.
No, I don't. Okay. Unlike Mr. H, I do not have a car nonsense channel, which maybe I need. But no. And for me, it'd be like you have too many cars would be the complaint for my channel. I have too many cars. But no, it just allows me to tell everybody what I think about the film immediately afterwards, upload it onto my computer, do a little bit of tweaking and editing, and then drop it on people. So, yeah. Normally I have Mr. Grant Gregory edit my film reviews, but I won't have time because I will be on a show immediately upon arriving back home. So it would be too challenging. Anyway, on that note, let's get to these member chats. We have somebody celebrating an amazing period of time. Chipmunk of Vengeance has been a member for 7 months. We salute you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We appreciate that. We've got Jacob Bauman, member for 16 months. Thank you, sir. We appreciate and salute you. We'll be seeing Alien Romulus in about 4 hours. Can't wait. Hey, I'm taking a guest with me to see it who is a huge fan. So it will be
nice.
It will be extraordinary. I'm stoked about it. I think about it all the time. Is there anybody else out there that's going to go see it? I'm just curious.